Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. Today is March 5th, 2018. What's going on with you guys today? I want to give a special shout out to Jonty Bonte. He says here, CB, can I request a birthday shout out to Mrs. Bonte Sophia next Friday? I know this is the home of high quality crypto chat and not the Disney Channel, but she'd love it. Either that or make BTC go back to 20,000. I can't make Bitcoin go back to 20,000, Jonty, but I did want to just give a happy belated birthday to your wife. I totally slipped my mind and I saw that in my to-do list, so I wanted to definitely still give a happy belated to Sophia Bonte. I love my subs, man, I really do. So also, in addition to that, I gotta give a shout out to my man Nick Taylor. Nick wanted me to rock out to some Rakim 18th Letter today. Classic here. That whole album was really actually nice, especially that song Paid in Full. We'll play that one day as well. But shout out to my man Nick Taylor. Appreciate the song requests. And I'm getting through them, people. I got a whole bunch of song requests, so I'm getting through them slowly but surely. But again, it is March 5th, Monday, beginning of the week, getting it started. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the market cap and then get into the business for today. Actually, before I do that, I gotta take a bump of this C60. I did not do that this morning yet. All right, there we go. Let's get to it, people. So market cap is at $470 billion. Bitcoin's dominance is still kind of up there, 41.3%. And overall green, pretty much from a percentage perspective. I would say the top 100 are primarily green for this morning. All right, and also want to take a look at and update you guys on my thoughts with where we are with the technical analysis on Bitcoin. This is out of, if you guys don't know, and you can follow me actually on TradingView. I'll leave the link to that in the description of this video. But this is from the Bitstamp exchange. And so you can see here, we're still above this 11,000, which is good news. We had a pullback and bounced off of 11,000, which is another sign of good news, as that being a new support area for us. But ultimately, we gotta get above 11,700, so we can just go ahead and say, if you guys see 11,800, you know that we've scored a point. And the bull market is back on for Bitcoin, at least. So that's where we are. Nothing really major to update you guys on. Again, I did like this bounce here off this level, and that's looking good, people. So let's just keep a track on that. Again, this trend line here, the dotted yellow line, that trend line is something that I'm keeping an eye on as well. Hopefully we can stay above that. I can now probably take this line away, because I don't think that's not gonna play out. So these different levels here, 11,000 is where we had to stay above, and really we need to score a point here at 11,800. I'm just gonna say it's 700 and some change, but we'll just say 800. And let me see if there's anything else. And so basically the next area is 12,000 is honestly the next area, but if we score a point above 11,800, we may get a pullback at that point and then go for the 12,000 is what I'm thinking. So we'll keep an eye on that, people. So next we're going to talk about an article that I actually was trying to cover during the Off the Chain episode number 2 this past Saturday, but I didn't get a chance to. My software was glitching, and we'll take a look at that right now. And that is pertaining to taxes and really, who owns the crypto, because the IRS tax authority here in the United States considers cryptocurrencies as property, right? So let's take a look at this article and we can have a discussion about this, because I don't know who I was talking to, but I was talking to someone and they basically alluded to this same thing, like how can they determine who owns what in what wallets? There's no actual title or assignment to these wallets. And you can spin up new wallets every second if you wanted to. So someone made a comment that kind of aligns with this article, and actually I think that's why I even pinned this article to read, because of that comment or discussion I had with that individual. I'm sorry I can't remember who it was, but at any rate, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So it says here, at tax time, who really owns that crypto anyway? Expert take. So we're going to take a look at what they have to say. It says here, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency is a property for federal tax purposes. That can be painful, since just about any transfer of property can trigger taxes. Even crypto from crypto swaps cannot qualify as a tax-free 1031 exchange, according to the tax code. For the tax purposes, transfers are treated as sales unless you can find some other way of transferring cryptocurrencies tax-free. The fact that the Internal Revenue Service marks crypto as property might prompt you to consider the concept of ownership. If you are holding crypto for someone else, is it really yours or not? That's a good question. In other words, if you are holding the crypto for the benefit of someone else who has to pay taxes, the answer may be not 100% clear. Yeah. Start with the proposition that federal income tax liability is generally allocated based on ownership under local law. The issues can be intensely factual. Who has to pay can turn up on who has control over and benefits and burdens of the property. The same thing can happen with bank accounts. There may be one nominal owner, but the money might effectively be held in trust for someone else. Who has to pay tax on the interest may be questionable. To make matters more confusing, local law ownership and beneficial ownership are not always the same. The IRS can try to tax the beneficial owner of an account regardless of that person's right to the funds under the prevailing local law. Federal tax liability is presumptively allocated based on the law of the prevailing foreign jurisdiction. So this is really complicated here, but to go further down here, the expert says, our finding here is based on the identity of the true owner of the income producing property. In such an inquiry, we look not to mere legal title, but the beneficial ownership. It is command over the property or the enjoyment of its economic benefits that makes the real owner. When transactions are between family members, special scrutiny of the arrangement is necessary, lest what it is in reality but one economic unit be multiplied into two or more. While we do not doubt the sincerity of long-term intentions, we nevertheless have found that the taxpayer owned the accounts in question during the years in issue. the circumstance that the taxpayer may have viewed the funds as an eventual property of his children does not change the nature of the dominion and the control he exercised over those funds during the years in issue. There's one other part in this that I want to go over. It says here, in general, income should be taxed to the principal, even if the agent is a signator. The Supreme Court said that the law attributes tax consequences of property held by a genuine agent to the principal. This sounds like a whole bunch of gibberish. So, I'm not sure. Honestly, every time I hear a new article or SEC or IRS statement about crypto taxes, it really only shows that it shows that they, in my opinion, will not be able to truly get a hold and a grasp on this tax issue in regards to them successfully taxing cryptocurrencies. I know Cliff High has talked about this being a failed attempt. I personally think it will be as well, but to cover your asses, I would definitely make sure you file any taxes that you may incur from trading in 2017 and going forward. So I just don't see them being able to really, for the individuals that don't want to, I think it's going to be very easy for them not to, is what I'm saying. So I would love to get your thoughts on this as well. And I'm not going to ask you if you're paying your taxes, because that'll be snitching on yourself. You better pay your taxes. That's all I got to say. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Happy Monday again. Yeah. Ready to drop it from the mind, which is one of the law's best designs, and minds that stand the test of time.